Hello.
Low voice, madam.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
but
Yeah.
we are able to hear, but it's very low voice.
Low voice.
కొంచెం వాల్యూమ్ పెంచుకోండి.
వాల్యూమ్ పెంచమంటున్నారు. ఒక్క నిమిషం.
Student,
Hello.
invite your friends also, ma, please.
Hello. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
A
ma'am.
very good morning to one and all. On behalf of Women Empowerment Cell, Government City College, Hyderabad, I extend a very warm welcome to today's webinar on anxiety and uncertainty with the context of COVID-19. As we are all aware of current pandemic situation, which we are facing since last 2 years, and we are not sure when it will get eradicated. In this regard, we organize today's webinar. Women Empowerment Cell of Government City College is one of the most active and committed wing of the college. Our principal and chairman of today's webinar, Dr. P. Balabhaskar Sir Garu, extended his warm wishes to organizers and My Choice Foundation as he is busy with an urgent meeting at CCE. On behalf of him, our Vice Principal and Head Department of Political Science, Mrs. Ayazas Madam Garu, will grace the occasion. Now I invite with great pleasure Ayazas Madam to take over session. Madam, I am very much thankful for obliging our request and gracing the occasion. May I now request Azaz Madam to deliver inaugural speech. Azaz Madam. Hello. Over to Azaz Madam. Hello.
एजाज मैडम, आप आ जाइए.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. Are you able to hear me, Shashikala madam?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. It's clear.
So, good morning to everyone. So, respected chief guest, chief speaker of today's webinar, and my dear staff members, and all the participants. So, the Women Empowerment Cell of City College is today organizing a very important webinar, and I think it will be very useful and beneficial for all, particularly women, because we have seen that in every situation of crisis, women become more vulnerable. In every situation of crisis, women have to shoulder a lot of responsibility, added responsibilities, and their responsibilities and challenges become manifold. So in this context, this webinar will be quite helpful. And as we are witnessing the bitter effects of pandemic COVID-19 around the world, not a single individual, not a single country, not a single nation, everyone is under its intense grip. And its effects are manifold, simply not only economic or financial, but every sphere of life has been severely affected. No scientist, no research has ever predicted this kind of situation in the first quarter of the present century. Even when in our childhood, we must have read so many stories about so many natural calamities. I mean, during the period of natural calamities, we come out of the situation very soon. And those natural calamities, it will last for few minutes, few seconds, and few days only. For example, earthquake will last for few minutes. Floods and tsunamis, they will last for only few days. But we do not know, no one can ever predict that how long it is going to be. We have to suffer under these conditions. So these the conditions of uncertainty, today each and every individual is facing around the world. Experts, they have explained many ways to protect physical health. But still today, the mental health and psychological disorders, which are the result of this pandemic, it has not yet been elaborately explained by anyone. So this kind of situation under which we are living, it creates anxiety, fear, several disorders, panic, stress, and sometimes leading to suicidal tendencies, helplessness, sickness, and so many mental and psychological disorders. Every individual we see that facing. And if some people are a little brave enough, they are able to cope up with. As we have seen that most number of deaths occur due to anxiety and fear. So I think there is a need for elaborate psychological and mental health program from the government side, and NGOs and a civil society must come forward to frame some kind of program to tackle with these issues. So I think now our speaker will explain us in detail about all those situations and how to tackle and how to overcome this situation of anxiety and uncertainty. But very quickly, I will give you some of the tips to overcome, though I am not a specialist or a perfect in this regard, but still I will give tips very quickly. Number one tip is we must focus on controlling those things that. Secondly, challenge your need for certainty. Learn to better tolerate, even embrace the inevitable certainty of life. Try to reduce anxiety and stress level. Take action over the things which we can control. Dealing actively with emotions. Identify uncertainty triggers. Shifting our attention. Focus on the present. Manage stress and anxiety through regular exercises and meditation. Make time for relaxation. Get plenty of sleep and eat healthy diet. These are some of the basic simple tips which we follow in our day-to-day life. It may be little helpful, but I hope our expert advisors and the chief speaker of the day will definitely lead us or put in more insight into this topic. So I congratulate Women Empowerment Cell for conducting this kind of a special program, and particularly it will be definitely helpful for each and everyone, and for women section of our society, on whom lies a very great responsibility and burden of managing the household under these grave circumstances. Thank you each and everyone, and I request Narmada Madam to take over, and please proceed with the program.
Thank you,
Narmada
Ajaz Madam.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Hello, over to now Shashikala Madam. A few words about My Choices Foundation.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. So it's my privilege to introduce you people, the My Choice Foundation. It's a very great foundation. It is totally oriented towards the welfare of the child, women. So, in a small words, I'll briefly introduce this foundation. My Choice Foundation is an NGO working for women and children to provide them a choice to live violence and abuse-free life and empower them to stop violence. Operation Peacemaker of My Choice Foundation aims to reduce domestic violence in India through thousands of peacemakers who are trained in family and marriage counseling and all aspects of the Domestic Violence Act. Our innovative approach, that means the My Choice Foundation innovative approach using local women has proven extremely successful across Telangana. So one of the thing I also observed through Nandi Foundation, those members are informed me that through My Choice Foundation, some of the children are counseled to come back to their education. So this is a work I have heard from other organizations, giving a positive words to My Choice Foundation. And we, Women Empowerment Cell of City College, are very happy to announce you people. We are having MOU with My Choice Foundation, where we are going to give you people, our students, so many areas counseling, like violence in outside and in home also, abuse language, everything, whatever the problem you people are facing. So if you come forward and approach to our Women in Cell organizers, and along with the My Choice Foundation, we will counsel you people and we will want to tackle those programs and we will help you people. So this is a MOU aim we made with the My Choice Foundation. Along with that one, we want to give a social activity, like if you are offline, we can have a skits preparation and some social drama preparation. If it is possible, online also, one of the members of My Choice promised that we will do in online also. So this facility also we people are providing you people to activate you people towards the society, to make you as a peacemakers. That is a main aim of our Women Empowerment Cell and My Choice Foundation also. And these brief words about My Choice Foundation, I welcome our guest Tajveer Ladhi Madam. So I didn't pronounce it, Ladhi Madam. So to continue our program, and thank you, Madam, Dharmata Madam, for giving me this chance. Thank you, Madam. You continue the program, Madam. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Yes, yes, madam. You are welcome, and floor is yours, madam.
Yeah. So as Ajas ma'am and I think Narmada Shashikala ma'am have given a small introduction of My Choices and what we are going to present today's topic. So by now, some clarity has been given to you regarding the topic. So it's my pleasure being with you all with this immense and important program, which we are conducting with various colleges. And we'll start with the presentation. And as Ajas ma'am was already has given a brief description and a background of what and how to deal, some few tips. Yeah, that is really very interesting and true. If we follow, that will definitely help us. So we'll continue with our program now. Supriya? So as the name itself suggests, anxiety during the time of uncertainty, definitely it is high, very much on high. Everyone, each and every individual is affecting on a different level. Whether it is a small kid, a young child, or elderly people, everyone are like trying to adjust to this new change. And in other words, what we are like calling since last 1.5 years is new normal. So up till now, it is like being called a new normal, but I think it's very like difficult to say that we haven't been adjusted to this new normal up till now. Though we are in this situation since last like almost 1.5 years. So we'll try through this program to help you to at least a better understanding of what is happening with the situation, with the COVID situation, and how we are like, how much is our understanding and how much we have been adjusted up till now after these many months, and what are the precautions that we need to take, and how best we can help to tackle our physical and mental stability. So with this with this uncertainty, definitely one thing is certain, that adjusting to change can be challenging for everyone, be it planned or unplanned. This is like most of the time, this change is unplanned. It was all of a sudden. Suddenly, ekdam we were told, okay, we have to be inside. We are not supposed to meet each other. Lockdown has come. And with that, so many worries, fears has definitely came into each and every individual. And with this challenging, and in this challenging time, that also the change, that planned and unplanned, both types of change has come, and gradual and sudden. It was so sudden that it the human beings were like starting, it was very difficult for each one of us how to do, and especially each sector, no matter it is education, all the professionals, the students, everyone, we all have been affected. Physically, mentally, adjustment wise, so many new learnings has come, so many new things has to be understood, and so many new words we came to know. During this now also we are like learning new words as well, and trying to understand the meaning and trying to adapt in our day-to-day lives. So over the past few months, we have experienced an unprecedented shift in our way of life due to this COVID-19. So the way we are living today is very different. What we used to be are like regular routine. Now it is called sudden shift of our routine is known as new normal. And in this, what we are supposed to do, we have to wear masks, sometimes gloves, and queuing is the new normal, that wherever we go, it's like a simple grocery shop also, we have to form a queue, and with us distance, a physical distancing, making a physical distance, and visiting health professionals, going to shop, or even getting into the lift as well. Now, if the lift capacity was 8 to 10 people, now it has been reduced to like 4 to 5 or 6 based on the capacity of the lift. Like simple things to a very big things, we are like making adjustment till today. Still, we are not used to so many things. And public transport, at the same time, this public transport looks very different. That how we used to transport in bus, plane, train, it has changed. Like everywhere we find distancing, and everywhere we are told to maintain distance, told to wear the mask. We are being educating ourselves and educated by the government through various programs and all to be very careful. And in the suppose in once in a while, if we hear a cough or a sneeze with someone, we have been conditioned that these few months to be hyper privileged like these symptoms. But hopefully this might also mean that higher standards of hand and personal hygiene will continue. And all of a sudden, if someone is sneezing or coughing, we are like suddenly we are like coming into attention, why this person is sneezing, why this person is coughing. We have to maintain a more distance. Up front, we are telling, why don't you go for checkup? Why don't you go for test? This is what is we all are facing. And this has all come under new normal. And at the same time, with this new normal, definitely fears and worry have taken place a forefront in our day-to-day lives, and this causes anxiety. Anxiety is nothing but a distress feeling, an unpleasant feeling, which one second. Yeah, Supriya, next slide. If we are understanding under anxiety in a better manner, yeah, before that, the learning objectives of today's program is will understand what is anxiety, signs and symptoms, and how to manage it. So step by step, if we cover the topics, it will be a better, somewhat we are trying to make it easy, simple, so that this new normal, the adaptability of this new change will be easy for all of us. So first we'll start in what exactly anxiety is. we'll start with that. Supriya. In general, anxiety is a general term for several disorders that cause nervousness, fear, apprehension, and worry. These disorders definitely, it will affect our feeling and behavior. As human beings, sudden change, a small change or a drastic change will definitely help, will affect our stability, our mental and physical stability. And this will indirectly or directly will affect our physical symptoms. Some will show, some will not show. Some person will express their feelings. Some person they are for them, for some, it is very difficult to understand what is exactly happening around the surroundings and how they are adaptable, how well their understanding is for the new change, and how, and for some it is it is not very difficult. So for whom, whether it is difficult or not, a change is a change. We have to be very careful. We have to see, observe ourselves, our stability, both our physical and mental stability, what we are going through, what our body is giving signals, what our mind is telling us, and how our behavior is affecting due to this. And anxiety and extreme, it's mild. If we are, for few of us, it will be a mild to severity, and having serious impact, and it definitely, it will impact our day-to-day life, day-to-day activities, whether it is personal, professional, any social, anything, it will definitely affect. And these situations are really challenging for all of us. Still, we are not being adapted, we are not being adjusted to this new change, and any symptoms interfering person's ability, and that will definitely affect the sleep or otherwise the functioning, daily functioning, whether it's simple to adjusting to for educational sector. Totally, the teaching scenario has been changed. Other side, the one side is the management side, other side is the teaching side, third side is the student side. Everyone, all in each and every department in your education sector has experienced challenges, and it was very difficult for you all to get adjusted first, understand, adapt, and continue with online classes. For everyone, it was a new challenge. And up till now, I really appreciate how best possible ways you all have come up to make easy for the students to learn, and with less disturbances. As classroom scenario is totally different, and each and every student, they have their own classroom, individual classroom, and together online they have combined a class like that. So this was really a challenge for you all, and I must appreciate how well up till now, not fully, but yeah, most of the thing has been adjusted, and till now we all are like trying and testing on daily basis. We all try and test on daily basis. So with this, the change, one thing is like we have to human nature is like change. To adapt the change is challenging, but we are like very confident in some areas that we have successfully adapted the change, which we are today a little bit, not fully, I must say, a little bit. We are like convenient in understanding so many, dealing with so many challenges and adjusting to the changes in our day-to-day, professionally and personally. So with this, we'll move on to in regard to the next level will be what are these anxiety disorders and how it is qualified into several more specific types. The more commonly are described as in next slide. We'll see what are this, and we'll try to understand it in a more better manner. Supriya? Yeah, this is like separation anxiety, what we are feeling since last 1.5 years. Separation anxiety, extreme fear and discomfort regarding separation from one's home or far attachment figures. We are not like nowadays, we are not like far away from home, but we are in home and far away from each our colleagues, our classmates, our social circles and all. So it's separation anxiety, but in a different manner since last 1.5 years. So what we are experiencing as social anxiety, how to maintain a distance, how to keep ourselves safe for not getting infected with this virus. And many things have changed in this anxiety disorders. The meaning has changed itself for the anxiety disorders. Earlier, before like 1.5 years, totally so separation, social OCDs were considered different. Now we are like conditioned to wash our hair, wash our hands regularly, maintain the distance, wear the mask, go for regular checkups. In each, if minute, if you are observing the change in your body, and if you are like observing, so washing hands regularly is no more the OCD. It is like a new normal that we are conditioned to. A practice, a regular practice this has become. And yes, panic disorders definitely will be there because so many changes we are experiencing. And trying, and as I told you, trying and testing things are going on. So what will work, what will not work, panic will be there. How best we will be in adapting the new things, and how easily we are like leaving our old comfort zones. So definitely they will be there. And with this symptoms, somatic symptoms such as sweating, dizziness will accompany by fear in places and crowded places, especially when crowded places are there. We are like, if you are telling or not, but it has come inside us. Okay, if we contact the virus, what happens if other person, due to other person, if I'm being affected, definitely the phobias are there. And fears of physical injury is more than fear of getting contact with the COVID patient or affecting with the virus is more. And this again has changed few disorders meaning to the present scenario, and we need to adjust according to this. And with all this, the better the understanding, the easy for us to adjust to the new change. Supriya, next. Yeah, with this, the physical symptoms, definitely when fear, when worry is there, your physical and mental stability will be imbalanced, and it will affect your day-to-day normal functioning of normal life. So if you are like in a worry state or fear, which takes you to the anxious situation, and the physical symptoms what your body will experience is lightheadedness, sweating, nausea, feeling restless, shortness of breath for few, and diarrhea will be there, and getting easily fatigued. Like why we get easily fatigued? Because thought process are so high, our thinking, our mental, more than a physical activity, we are like making use of our brain in this period. Like our thinking is very high, due to which it will directly affect our physical strength of our body, and that makes us weak, and due to which two main symptoms most of the people are experiencing is diarrhea and easily getting fatigued. If it is beyond your control, so do discuss with your whoever you are free with, discuss your emotional imbalance, unstable emotions, and if it is not coming beyond your control, take expert help, professional help. And physically, if you are not able to control your diarrhea or shortness of breath, do consult your doctor. And along with this, some more which I want to add is, even a few people will experience weakness in muscles and crunches, like in this part of area, and it's like tightness in the upper part of the head, and you are unable to eat or sleep, or overeating or oversleeping, because avoidance, feeling of avoidance will come. The more you sleep, the more you avoid the situation. Two different scenarios will be there, and we need to understand what our body is giving signals, what our mind is giving emotionally and mentally, what our body and mind is giving signals to us. Understand that, and if required, take the expert help then and there, so that it may not go beyond our hands and serious issues might not come. So before that, exchange your feelings, share your feelings, happy, sad, distress, worry, hurt feelings, anything. So many things are there, because these things have given us so many uncertainties. And with this, we have, like earlier, it was the scene was like regular parties, regular get-togethers we need to, and students, they used to, like freshers party the college used to organize, or the farewell party. Unfortunately, all this is being missed by our students, and each level, each professional, we are like gatherings, like staff gatherings, the short picnics, outings, group, a simple hoteling, that is also like very few it has come. So last 3-4 months, like November, October, November, December was a little bit fine, but all of a sudden, like from February till date, it has started again a panic situation, and so many things and this is the period where the students will have their freshers party, their farewell party, their group outings and all. So unfortunately, we all are missing all these small things, and we all have lost something or the other, whether it is a higher side or as simple as small get-togethers with friends, with family. The wedding scenes itself has changed. And if we observe that nowadays, if we are like taking our phone and dialing, the ringtone, earlier it was, the message was different. Now even that message is also changed. Now it is giving like more importance to vaccination, and with regard to maintaining distance, washing of hands and all. So daily basis, we are experiencing so many changes, and daily adaptation is there. So change is so inevitable that definitely each and every one are facing challenges in this new adjustment to normalize our life to day-to-day basis. Earlier it was very different. Like now it is like on daily basis we have to adapt so many things. We are like getting knowledge of so many new things. We are like coming into contact with so many new studies compared to this virus, this vaccine, whether to take or not, and still we are in confusion. So better to take a good source of news clip for this. So to less information, but it should be like give a full information, not to mislead us. Try to take such informations so that the fear will be less in us. And with this, some more like physical symptoms, if few people will experience a dryness in mouth. This is also has been found with many of our clients, and we have seen this. And tension in muscles, the whole body is like every time 24/7 we feel pain in our whole body, and we are like consulting our doctor. And if everything is physically, if everything is normal, then take a psychologist help. If physical symptoms are normal according to doctor, then also if you are experiencing all these things, then my suggestion is do take a psychologist help. It will really help you all to express your feeling and to get an expert advice, to follow the guidance of an expert advice. It will definitely make it easy to manage the day-to-day challenges of our life. And it will, our body and mind will be prepared for emergency situation, for sudden change with this. So we all have to be expressive. Uneasy feelings, uneasy symptoms in your body, do express and do take help, whether it is doctor or a psychologist. Very important in the present scenario. And sometimes anxiety will last. Basically, it is seen that anxiety will be of short period, but if it is going beyond your control, and if it is you are not able to adjust for a longer time, so with that, you and your fear constant, and if you are in a constant fear, then this will definitely affect your physical functioning of the body. It will affect your blood sugar levels. It will affect your hypertension, and those will cause to serious physical illness. So before that, consult a doctor. It will be very useful for us, helpful for us to adjust and to function for daily activities and to lead at least a normal life which is in our control. Supriya, next. We'll go to next and see. And what are the, along with the physical symptoms, what are the anxious thoughts that which we are experiencing? That nowadays uncertainty is so high, and fear with fear, uncertainties with fear and worry. Because few days back, we heard that all the educational institute will function normally. All of a sudden, the students, the staff and all, somewhere or the other, chalo, we are getting, at least we are coming back to a new normal. That chalo, pehle jaise din aa jayenge. Somewhere or the other, we were feeling happy to meeting each other, that old classroom scene, and we are finally getting rid of this online classes and all. So this, and suddenly 2 days before opening, 29th, I think 28th or 29th, suddenly I hear from our education minister that all of a sudden that KG to PG, again the online classes will continue. So within this short period, excitement, and then again this oh my, again this back to this online classes. Some it was not a happy feeling. So believing the worst will happen, and with this, and again, why sudden change they have decided, and why. So many other thoughts will definitely come in us. So many, if we are not trying also, our mind will think so many, that whether it is that serious, or whether this third wave in Hyderabad, how much we are safe, that if we are willing or not, we will forced to think that will it affects us. So many uneasy thoughts will come, and with this continuous, we are in a worrying state of mind, and again that back to old state, uneasy state will come. And overgeneralization, especially with regard to vaccine, I must say, we are making overall assumption based on single event, like whether to take, and some are experiencing few people have died taking after vaccination, and those fears and worries are so high, though the ratio of that people is very low, but that worry on us has overtaken so much that we, for our safety, we are first whether to take or not, whether I will live or not. Aisa do and die ka situation, a few days back, it was so panic, anxiety, ke whether to take or not. Hopefully thoda it is clearing, this fear is clearing regarding the vaccine. So overgeneralization, if you are into this anxious thought, do discuss with your doctor. based on your physical condition, your doctor definitely will advise whether to go for it or wait for some times. And who has tested COVID positive, how much time they need to wait for that. Instead of making our assumptions, we need to always be in this present scenario, we have to consult our doctors, or for mental stability, do discuss with any of the psychologists, whichever you are free, feel free to. Supriya, next. And with this, with anxious thoughts, and definitely it will affect our anxious behaviors. It will impact our behavior, our day-to-day activities, and it will like feared situations and events. If I go to that, if I go to a small gathering or any get-togethers or a wedding or any ceremony in my family, if it is happening, then how do I keep safe myself? And we all like keep seeking assurance, reassurance. We are all the time we are assuring ourselves like safety measures, how to take best possible safety measures. And with that, guessing will come definitely. So here my advice is stop guessing and take a proper advice. Second guessing, yeah, up till second guessing, yeah, it is normal. But if it is again going beyond that, immediately consult your doctor or whoever has the knowledge of this. Do consult with that. And once again, I'm telling that whichever emotional distress feelings you are experiencing, do share then and there with your whoever you like. Feel free to express your feelings, whether it is a small child, a kid, adult, or old person. These days we need to experience, share our feelings is very, very important. Don't like keep it to yourself. Don't restrict yourself. If I discuss this, can anyone will make fun of it? No, there is nothing like making fun but we have to be vocal, we have to be expressive, more expressive. This is what we need to adapt to the new normalcy of. This has become a new normalcy, like washing hands. It's no more a OCD now. Earlier it was considered OCD, like taking bath. This is like a new normal now. Like the same wise, do express, do share your feelings, whatever it is, wherever you're feeling uneasy. The trusted person, whoever you feel trusted, whether it is in your family or friends, or whoever is in your college, your ma'ams or anyone, friends, and see that that person should be a trusted one. Because sharing feelings is like we are like sharing our weaker side. So be very careful and see that we share our feelings with the trusted person, so that in future they will not take use of our weaknesses, and so that the frustration and irritability in the feared situation will be more or less. So my advice again is to consult whatever change you are experiencing. Do share with your trusted, whoever you trust, from your family, your siblings, your cousins, your friends, your neighbors, whoever is. But see that person is trusted and who gives a sincere and better advice to move ahead to normalcy, to adapt normalcy in your day-to-day activities. Supriya, next. Now, why does not help in handling? What does? Many a times we are like, it is observed with all of us, though we are like trying on a daily basis, earlier it was like once in a while change will come in our life. But today, the present scenario is this, like daily basis where we are experiencing change. And how to handle this? The best easy way is stop continue information from news channel, that channel hunting. Stop channel hunting, whichever is the trusted channel. And especially this news channels nowadays, like the way they present the news itself is will create anxious feeling in our body. We started feeling so anxious, so uneasy, so unstable for that movement, that overgeneralization, overthink automatically will come. So see that whichever trusted news channel who gives a best news and a genuine piece of news, go for those news channels and stop hunting channels. It will create more confusion and you will not come to any one conclusion. So once confusion is there, coming to a conclusion will be very difficult for us. And with that, and so the best way is to make it short, and if possible, one time make like a prime time ka rehta in the evening, whole days ka, take it as one time in a day, see a news. That should be genuine clip of news, that too. And stop shaming yourself all the time. Like, why I have become like this? Why I'm not able to? Stop blaming yourself. And blame, if once person start blaming, that shame will come within us. That is why we need to express, be expressive, and we need to share our distress feeling, whichever like uneasy feelings, simple se simple, whatever it is, share with. If it is like giving you uneasy feeling, if it is affecting your mental and emotional stability, do share with a trusted person, and stop hiding behind. And few persons are like, when instead of sharing, they'll take the support of alcohol, started drinking, or like smoking, seeing unethical things on phone or anything, and food addictions. And some people will like overeating or less eating. Both situations will be there, oversleeping and not sleeping at all. So understand these changes and stop overthinking about yourself. Try to understand the distress feeling. If you're not able to manage, discuss with a proper person who can help you in a better manner. And it's okay. And sometimes it's okay not to be okay. This, if we follow that, it will like immediately will, our distress feeling will come to somewhat in our control. And every time we need to prove, we don't have to prove ourselves. Like, it's okay if you're feeling uneasy, yeah, accept that feeling. And while accepting, understand how your body and mind, if you're able to control it, yeah, well and good. If you're not, again, take professional help. And no need, the need to prove yourself all the time. And all the time, not necessary, yeah, I'm the best, no matter what the condition is, what the situation is, what I'm going through, I have to show to others that I am the best and I will always be best. No, nowadays, again, the new norm is sometimes it is okay not to feel okay. So accept the change, accept the distress feelings, and express it and share it with the trusted person. Supriya, next. How to manage the emotional. Now we need to understand that how all these emotional stabilities and all, now how to manage this, how to manage our emotional well-being, emotional stability. And with this all start with our attitude. And that's what I'm telling. That is overgeneralization of ourselves. That's stop behaving that I'm the perfect one. Okay, if we understand that feeling of ours, and suddenly and automatically our attitude changes, and it matters a lot, and it will allow you to accept yourself as you are. In the present situation, what you're feeling, accept yourself. And it will be like a less stress and less burden feeling in you. And if you're sometimes, if you are like feeling shortness of breath, or like difficulty in breathing, breathe scientifically, like take a small breaths, inhaling is exhaling in a scientific manner. And try to create new routines and hobbies. And exercise is very important because we are like saturated in one room, or in our most of the time we are inside our home. See that if you are getting breaks with one class or the other, see that a few 5 minutes break with drinking more of water, because sitting in front of laptop or a phone, that heat, you are like your body is getting into that heat as well, with the seasonal heat and the weather sometimes is not good. So along with that, see that you keep your body hydrated all the time. See that fluid intake of fluid is more in your body, because with the heat of the laptop or your phone continuous, you are most of the time on the laptop or the phone, that is like it is the hydration level is coming low. Most of we have seen this in our clients. So always see that, keep yourself hydrated, and small breaks with small like sitting on a chair and doing exercises, or taking a walk for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, that will really help. And do grounding techniques. If you are not able to like control with this, immediately do grounding techniques with the 5 senses, that with your eyes see some 5 things which are new in your surroundings, smell something which is new, taste something, immediately your focus of attention will be changed. And engage yourself with friends and family intentionally. Don't try to like always hide behind the phone, or locking yourself into the room. And focus to have a favorable work-life balance, and see and try to manage it with your work-life balance. At the same time, it's very important that if we follow the small but very helpful changes in our day-to-day life, it will really affect, it will really help in dealing our distress feeling on daily basis, to maintain our normalcy in our daily activities. Next, Supriya. And with this, here we are like our body is like our mind, especially more than the body, our mind. So what we choose to focus on, so it's totally on us what we are choosing. So whether you are like, you want to be always in the anxiety situation, you don't want to share your feelings, or with this, definitely if you are not sharing openly, guilt will be there, that I'm not able to perform well, I'm not like able to do well with others, that feeling will come. And with this guilt feeling, self-doubt will come definitely. So with self-doubt, worry will be on more higher side. And what you choose, and if you want to overcome to yourself, and what if you are like taking care of yourself, definitely self-respect will come with self-worth, and you will grow with love and self-respect with yourself. And if this understanding comes in us, definitely you are like better person to understand the situation, better person to understand the others situation and other person's behavior and attitude. And for all of us, for our well-being, it is like we need to adapt. We have to understand it very like clearly, that change is on daily basis. We need to understand the change, what type of change and what level of change, and what type of adjustment from my side. If I am a student, what changes I have to, what changes is there, and what I have to understand, and how best I can perform well with maintaining the physical and mental stability. And at the same time, the teaching staff, the management staff, the higher levels, we all are changing, facing challenges. With this, we need to understand, one easy step is to understand the change, then react. Nake first react, then understand. So if you are not able to do this, do consult a psychologist, and for physical instability, do consult immediately to a doctor, or share your feelings with your trusted whoever the person is. So I hope this has like you all have got the understanding of to understand the uncertainty and how to get adjusted to anxiety and how to deal with it. So with this, we end this presentation from our side. Any questions, any doubts, can feel free to express.
Students, please come forward, ma. Interact with the madam.
Anything which you all have not understood or any, you can express that.
Yes, anything that you want to ask with the Taj, please, if you can unmute yourself and you can ask, or else you can just keep a question in the chat box also.
If you are dad, I am your dad.
Yes, Sashikala ma'am.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much once again for giving this time and opportunity to take us with your students of this session. And I really appreciate the way you are, making us and giving us time with your students to have this kind of sessions to overcome anxiety in this pandemic time. Thank you once again for giving this time. Thank you, Taj, for coming, giving us the time from the organization again. I would like to ask the students, anyway, Rahat will share the feedback form. Please fill up that. If anything, always we have our helpline number already has been shared. I will share now again in the chat box. You can reach out to us if you have any kind of anxiety or anything that you want to discuss. Taj is always there for us. So you can, contact us on our helpline number, My Choices Foundation. You can visit our website. You can visit our, Facebook site also. Please do write us. How did you, like this session and what you want to know more about with regard to psychological or emotional well-being. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. First of all, we also want to thank you people. And wantedly, we made the madam introduction at the end, as because madam is a part of our organization. I highlighted the organization first. Now I request Narvada madam to tell about our speaker to the audience. Then
over to Nagaraj sir, ma'am. Nagaraj sir will introduce. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Tejavar Lodi, ma'am. Yeah. Over to Nagaraj sir for introduction of Tejavar, ma'am. Nagaraj sir.
Nagaraj sir, you also keep the feedback link, please.
Yeah, ma'am, I already kept the.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then you introduce our audience, madam.
Just a second. I think already it is over. That's why I taking it off.
Just be louder, sir. Be louder. And really, madam, it's anxiety and tension is there in along with the students. We lecturers also feeling, and whatever you have spoken is heart-touching words, madam. Sir, you are ready now?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
It's privilege to introduce Counselor ma'am, speaker, Tejwa Sultana Lodi. Yeah. She has done MA Psychology and MA Counseling Psychology and Guidance and DED. And doing as a psychological counselor, motivational speaker, trainer, psychologist. As a counselor, she has been as a counselor in more than 17 years, touching innumerable lives with her counseling skills. She has worked with diverse groups of people, ranging from young students to married women, helping them with their coping skills and impacting their lives in a way that they get the most of it. Her empathy, patience, sensitive, and warm personality draw her to attain a master in the psychology. She has counseled more than 1,500 cases, conducted several workshops, training sessions, and has designated curricula over the last decade. Her core strength is capacity building for field workers, wherein she has impacted the lives of thousands of children, women, parents, teachers, married couples, and victims of domestic abuse. It is her desire to help build every affected individual's emotional well-being, making life a beautiful journey of varied experience rather than a cumbersome one. They have done more excellence to strengthen the women, to do the support, moral and ethical, all the support, doing more things to elaborate, to encourage, to do all the human beings. Ethanaryantu Pujyate, Tatra Yamantu Devate. So like that, all the women are being giving guidance and helping to support with this society, with this counselor. Thank you, ma'am. With this, we are improvement. Please.
Okay, thank you, Nagaraj sir. Thank you.
Yes, one word, madam. Nagaraj sir.
Thank you once again, Madam Tejavar Lodi ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, sir. This organization people also given one
Hello?
feedback link. You keep that one also in a group, sir. Students, please fill up these 2 feedback links. It is there in our WSC group, sir, if possible.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
are not able to keep it. They are asking us. So please pay that one also.
Already I kept in our WC members group, ma'am. So
That
they
is
can
our feedback, and their
Our
feedback
feedback.
it is there in the WSC group. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
our feedback is there in the WC members group, so
Yes.
they can share.
Okay, okay, sir.
We can share.
Okay. Rahat sir, you can keep your feedback in a link if possible. Otherwise, we will share our feedback. Yes, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, we have shared our feedback. Yes, it is one is with yours and the one is with My Choices Foundation. You
Okay,
have to, I mean, request all the students to please do give us the feedback, how it is, the session is all, I mean, how did you like it? And also please write that is there anything topic that you want us to discuss with regard to emotional well-being or any other related to women issues or, girl safety? Please do write us in the, requested field of, in the feedback form. Thank you so much again. Thank you all. Thank you, Sarjikala ma'am. We'll meet again with a another new session. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
I'm ending the meeting. Yes.
Thank you.
Madam, I want to thank Tejavar madam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tajwar. Yeah.
Thank you for
Yes.
elaborated and
Thank you,
encouraged,
madam.
inspired
Hello?
talk, ma'am. Motivated speech.
Madam, vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tejavar Lodi ma'am, for your valuable talk and suggestions to overcome the challenges related to anxiety and uncertainty with the context of COVID-19. Madam, you have enlightened all the participants of this webinar with your soothing suggestions. Ma'am, I assure that we will definitely follow your suggestions to manage ourselves in this pandemic situation. Thank you once again, ma'am. Thank you. Now, may I now request Dr. Sridevi madam to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, one and all. I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks as a member of Women Empowerment Cell on behalf of WEC, Government City College, Hyderabad. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. P. Balabhaskar Garu, for giving permission, for providing all the support and encouragement to conduct this program in a smooth manner. My sincere thanks to Vice Principal Mrs. Isas Madam for gracing the occasion and for her valuable inaugural speech. My special thanks to Tajwar Lodi Madam, Senior Counselor, My Choices Foundation, for her informative, effective, and elaborative talk on anxiety and uncertainty with the context of COVID-19. She has covered many things in her talk which are useful in our day-to-day life. My thanks to convener Shashikala Madam and organizer Dr. Narmada Madam and all the WEC members for their help and cooperation for conducting this program in a well-organized manner. My special thanks to My Choices Foundation for their collaboration with our organization and providing many programs to create awareness among the students about many areas like COVID-19 pandemic. I thank all the faculty members who took part in this program and make this program a grand success. Last but not least, I thank all the students for their valuable participation and make this program fruitful. Thank you one and all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Sridevi, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm ending the meeting. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
For being such a good listeners.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for your valuable presentation, madam.
Yeah, anything on any topic, as Supriya said, do give us the topics. We try to cover those topics as well in future.
Definitely in future.
And
also
any one of you all, if you need help, any psychological support, I am there. The helpline number has been given to you all. Can contact on this number, and the call will be transferred to me. Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank
Yeah,
you.
feel free.
One word to students, madam. It's students, these work which we are giving you a free of cost. If you go to private, they charge in each and every activities. Please consider this one and make use of these activity what we have done for you people. Be free with us and
Yes.
contact our members, and we will provide many more things for you people. That is only request to all our students. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Shashikala, for
Bye.
giving me opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you all. Have a good day. Yeah. Good.
We'll end, madam.
Bye.